As the NFL enters the late-season stretch and the annual coaching carousel begins its familiar rotation, speculation naturally intensifies regarding which coordinators, former head coaches, or rising assistants might earn interviews or land new opportunities. This year, amidst the usual predictions and rumors, one name appears poised to gain significant traction across the league: San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinator Robert Saleh. After experiencing a turbulent and ultimately disappointing tenure as the head coach of the New York Jets, a stint widely scrutinized due to myriad issues ranging from quarterback instability to front office complications, Saleh quickly found a new home with the 49ers. His return to San Francisco, where he once built a reputation as one of the NFL's premier defensive minds, has been nothing short of revitalizing. With what he has accomplished this season despite seemingly unfavorable circumstances, some insiders believe NFL teams searching for leadership may begin to view him as a legitimate option to take over as head coach once again. Among the analysts expressing this belief is NFL insider Dianna Russini, who recently argued that teams may begin pushing hard for Saleh as vacancies mount. Speaking on Wake Up Barstool, Russini questioned why his name has not yet been featured prominently in coaching discussions, especially considering the results he has managed to produce with a defense ravaged by injuries, roster adjustments, and shifting personnel packages. In her view, his work this season not only deserves acknowledgement, but may position him as a sleeper candidate who could emerge as one of the more intriguing coaching possibilities across the NFL. The name that isn't getting any attention, that I believe will pick up some steam here is Robert Saleh, Russini said. Right? Like what he's doing with this 49ers defense with nobody. Think about how many injuries they have, and they're winning. Russini emphasized the improbability of a defensive unit maintaining a high level of cohesion and effectiveness under such challenging conditions, pointing to the fact that San Francisco has been forced to rely on backup players, late-season signings, rotational linebackers, and young reserves who would ordinarily serve as depth options instead of frontline starters. And yet, despite all these obstacles, the 49ers are 9-4, riding a 3-game winning streak and sitting firmly in playoff position. Their defense, long known for its aggressive front, disciplined run stopping, and ability to generate turnovers, currently allows only 20.7 points per game, ranking 8th best in the league. These statistics have drawn league-wide attention not only because of the raw numbers, but because of the adversity behind them. Saleh's ability to utilize schemes that adapt fluidly to injuries reflects a deeper understanding of player strengths, situational adjustments, and personnel-driven strategy. This adaptability is one of the qualities executives seek in modern head coaches. For many, it demonstrates an ability to remain competitive while overcoming roster limitations, an attribute highly valued in a league defined by parity, unpredictability, and the constant threat of injury. Saleh's prior head coaching experience with the New York Jets remains a point of discussion when evaluating his candidacy for another opportunity. His record of 20-36 during his time in New York is often cited as evidence of his struggles, but context reveals a far more complicated picture. The Jets of that era faced severe quarterback instability, roster imbalance, injuries, and a front office in transition. While results on paper did not meet organizational expectations, many within league circles believe Saleh's leadership style, culture-building approach, and defensive philosophy were never fully reflected in the team's win-loss column due to circumstances beyond his control. Now, with a stronger roster and a more stable team environment in San Francisco, he has had the opportunity to demonstrate the full range of his coaching abilities. With improved personnel, particularly within the defensive line rotation and secondary, Saleh has once again shown that he can construct a disciplined, resilient, and high-performing unit. Russini believes this resurgence could make him an appealing candidate for teams that prioritize leadership stability, culture building, and defensive expertise. I know he wants to coach again as a head coach, Russini added. Look, the Jets situation was what it was. I think there were a lot of factors why he didn't have success, but I also think he learned a lot. So I could see him getting some opportunities, definitely some interviews. Her point underscores a sentiment often shared in executive circles. Failure in one position does not preclude success elsewhere, especially for coaches who demonstrate adaptability, reflection, and growth. Many successful head coaches in NFL history endured challenging first stints. Bill Belichick, Pete Carroll, and others struggled in their initial opportunities before thriving in later roles. Saleh could very well follow a similar path. As the coaching carousel continues turning, the New York Giants and Tennessee Titans are two organizations currently searching for new head coaches after parting ways with Brian Daboll and Brian Callahan, respectively. Both teams face transitional periods. The Giants continue searching for offensive stability and a long-term quarterback solution, while the Titans are entering a new era following personnel changes and the departure of key veterans. With such uncertainty, both franchises may be attracted to a coach known for discipline, energy, and an ability to instill identity within a team. Quality Saleh has repeatedly demonstrated across his coaching career. Furthermore, multiple other organizations could soon join the list of coaching vacancies depending on late-season outcomes, internal evaluations, and front office decisions. As more seats open, Saleh's name may gain even more momentum. Executive decision-makers tend to gravitate toward coaches with prior head coaching experience, particularly those who possess defensive expertise and have demonstrated they can unite a locker room. Saleh's reputation among players remains strong. He is consistently praised for his communication skills, motivational approach, and ability to connect with athletes on a personal level. Those leadership components often elevate a candidate above purely schematic considerations. The league-wide sentiment is that Saleh remains well regarded for his professionalism, integrity, and emotional intelligence, characteristics considered essential for navigating the complex dynamics of a modern NFL organization. Within the 49ers organization, Saleh has garnered praise not only from players, but also from the coaching staff, front office, and team leadership, who respect his tactical acumen and ability to maintain unity under pressure. His influence within the building extends beyond defensive preparation. He represents a cultural piece of San Francisco's identity as a team built on discipline, accountability, and resilience. These traits are not easily replicated, which is one reason why losing him to another team could have significant ripple effects for the 49ers. Additionally, it's important to consider that coaching searches are shaped by narratives and momentum. Once a name begins circulating through insider reports, interviews, and media discussions, that momentum can quickly build. Rossini's comments may be the spark that pushes Saleh into the broader conversation, prompting teams to take a closer look at his portfolio, achievements, leadership style, and vision for building a sustainable winning culture. The reality is that several teams in the NFL are searching for exactly what Saleh offers. In an era where offense has become the center of league attention, there is still substantial value placed on defensive coaches who can bring structure, intensity, and unity, particularly for franchises attempting to reset or rebuild. While it remains to be seen whether Saleh will ultimately secure interviews or land a position, the growing consensus among analysts is that he will be seriously considered. His abilities as a motivator, strategist, and cultural leader remain highly respected. As more organizations finalize their decisions and move forward in their searches, Saleh's name is expected to resonate more strongly. The coming weeks could determine whether he receives a second opportunity to shape a franchise's future. Whether or not he is ultimately hired elsewhere, the conversation around Saleh reflects a broader truth about the NFL coaching landscape. Success is rarely linear, and the league is quick to recognize and reward growth. Saleh's journey could serve as yet another example of how experience, resilience, and adaptability can pave the way for a meaningful second chance, one that many around the league believe he deserves. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.